Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to the small expansion, I guess, for Llamas Unleashed, Farmed and Dangerous. This is the sequel game to Unstable Unicorns. So Unstable Unicorns, go watch my other videos if you want to know more about that. But the base concept, try and collect 7 unicorns, win the game. This is the same idea of trying to collect 7 different characters, but instead of just being unicorns, we have 4 different class types. We have llamas, alpacas, rams, and goats. It just adds a little bit more of a twist, because then instead of everyone trying, so instead of just trying to play one type of card against all effects, is you have different options, and different cards only affect certain other ones. So it's awesome to see that they released an expansion for us. I didn't think they were going to for the longest time, so I thought, like, hey, they made it, but it didn't go as well, and then they kept releasing more unstable unicorns, so I thought, they just gave up on this. Alright, so we have some more new basic cards. So they have the little on the top, they have their expansion symbol, which is, we can get it to zoom in. It's not going to zoom in very well. It's like a spatula and a sword. So we have the Laminade. When life gives you lambings, you get 3 of those. Get 3 of each of the basic cards. So we get 3 of a basic goat, which is kind of like a punk goth goat. No, mom, it's not a phase. And I do say their basic cards down there of their types. You get 3 of the alpacas. Excuse me, I like to spit at your manager. There's kind of the, caring version. Basic ram. Yeah, what is like a DJ? Let's bleak drop. Let the bleak drop. There we go. Alright, now we're getting into the magical unicorns. So we have some new llamas. We have the Llama Lawyer. Each time another player destroys an animal card in your field, you may pull a card from that player's hand and add it to yours. It's like a Phoenix Wright reference there. Dalai Llamas. When this card enters your field, you may move a downgrade card from your field to any other player's field. Laminator. All animal cards in your field are considered llamas instead of their original animal variation. Samba Llama. Samba Llama. When this card enters your field, look at your top 2 cards of the deck. Add 1 of them to your hand and give another to any other player. Then we're going to get our alpacas. We have the Owlpaca. If this card is in your field at the beginning of your turn, you may choose any other player to look at that player's hand. This card will be sacrificed or destroyed. Turn it to your hand. The Avenging Alpaca. If this card is sacrificed or destroyed, you may sacrifice or destroy a card. Alpaca Man. When this card enters your field, each other player must discard a card. Tracker Alpaca. When this card enters your field, you may search your deck for an alpaca card, add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. So I like the fact that there's 4 new cards for each one, but they're not just like, here's a alpaca version, here's a llama version, here's a goat version. Like, they all have completely different effects. Because I could have just made them like super cheap like that. So you have some goats. We have Mother Goat. When this card enters your field, you may bring a baby animal from the nursery directly into your field. The Escape Goat. When this card enters your field, sacrifice all downgrade cards in your field. Vincent Van Goat. When this card is sacrificed or destroyed, you may draw 3 cards. The Goat, which stands for Game. Actually, I know what GOAT stands for. Oh, greatest of all time. That's right. This card enters your field, you may discard a card and then steal a goat. And we got our Rams. We have a Woolly Mammoth. This card enters your field. Choose any player. That player must discard your hand, then draw the same number of cards. Traffic Ram. This card enters your field, which is the top 3 cards of the deck, then return them to the top of the deck in any order. Costume Party Vampire. Each time you destroy an animal card, you may draw a card. And finally, the Stammer Ram. When this card enters your field, you may discard 2 cards, then steal an animal card. Alright, and we got some new Magic cards, of course. We have 2 copies of the Wool Shebang. Draw a card for each Alpaca card in your field. Got 2 copies of Field Change. Move an upgrade or downgrade card from any player's field to another player's field. 2 copies of Compound L. Sacrifice a baby animal card, then search the deck for an animal card of the variation that brings you for that variation and bring it directly into your field. Shuffle the deck. You got Hoofing It. Discard your hand and draw 2 cards and take another turn. Fleeced. Trade hands with any other player. We got 3 copies of Animal Adoption. Bring a baby card from the nursery directly into your field. Got some downgrades. We got Hunger Strike, just 1 copy of that. You cannot win with this card in your field. I love cards like that. No kidding. You must be this tall to enter. Baby animal cards cannot enter your field. When this card enters your field, sacrifice all baby animal cards on your field. Crowded Field. If at any time you have more than 5 animal cards in your field, sacrifice an animal. Some upgrades. We have a basic catapult. We get 2 of those. Discards in your field at the beginning of your turn. You may discard a basic animal from your hand and then destroy a card. Cover art card. The kids are alright. Kids referring to little children. Also, it's usually kids of like some like goat animals are called. Other baby animals are sometimes called kids. Baby animal cards in your field cannot be sacrificed, destroyed, or stolen. Unheard of. You cannot be affected by other players' herd bonus effects. 2 copies of Fanny Paca. Increase your hand limit. Size increases by 2 cards. When this card enters your field, you may draw 2 cards. And we got some brand new instants. I always love instances in this game. So you got 2 copies of Goat Zinkite. Play this card when any other player tries to play a card. Stop that player's card from being played. Send it to the discard pile. Both you and that player may draw a card. And I got 2 copies of Llama Stop You Right There. Play this card when any other player tries to play a card. Stop the player's card from being played. Send it to the discard pile. If that card's an instant, you may draw 2 cards. So there's another 2. The other thing I love about this game is outside of the backs, you'd have to get special backers for it. But you could mix this right in, for the most part, with Unstable Unicorns. And that's what I love about it. Because except for the couple of cards in there that specify the actual thing, you just treat them as that. But you can just mix them right in. Yeah, it'll be a little bit harder to get this, but you could just like have 7 animals out. Don't even count it as having only having to have goats or rams or llamas or whatever. But you could definitely mix it all together. Yeah, it dilutes some of the cards here and there, but also make the game a little bit more fun. Hopefully they keep making some more expansions for this, because it's a really neat game. And I love more cards for it. So that was Llamas Unleashed. The Llamas are back, and they're armed with a new round of killer puns. Some might even say they're farmed and dangerous. It's time to herd your friends together and unpack your skills to see if you can be the GOAT. Now, there's anything else on there. These little pictures on the side. I love the little pictures on the sides, too. Alright, there we go. Farms and Dangers. See you guys in the next video. Bye.